Now, another really interesting new tool is the chord builder. Here I've got a sound called Up with Glaze, and I've programmed up a few notes, and I kind of like the feel of this, and I want to build on it. It's these single notes on top of this drone. So I'm going to jump to the tools section here, and I'm going to double click the chord builder and bring that in. And it gives us a variety of tools to kind of customize what's going to be generated. First, we can choose an overall tonality. We can customize the notes that are going to be generated, but an overall tonality. So let me start with maybe just minor. Okay, and I want to set this to A minor. So by default, it's setting the first note to the root pitch, the second one to the minor third, and the third note to the perfect fifth, which is a minor triad. Now, let's say I want to add an additional note on. You can dial, and you'll see you get here root, then minor second, major second. The capital M means major, minor third, perfect fourth, augmented fourth, perfect fifth, minor sixth, major sixth, and so on, minor seventh and major seventh. So let's go with minor sixth, and we'll add that on, and let's see what this generates. Okay, so some notes work better than others. So this is where the scale lock tool can come in handy. Now, in addition, we can offset the notes by octaves. Maybe I want this minor third to be an octave higher for a more open voicing. And I want this minor sixth maybe to be at a lower velocity. So you can set that, and you can overall, as I say, change the overall tonality, which we'll get to experimenting with in a moment. So what I'm going to do now is click on the next chord builder slot. And here I'm going to open up the scale lock and bring that in. And let's lock this to, let's say, A minor or A Dorian, so that all the notes that are generated from these chords are going to then conform to A Dorian. This should sound a little more kind of inside harmonically versus outside. Nice. And maybe I want to add another note here. I want to add the root, but down an octave. Or maybe down 2 octaves. And now I can experiment with changes here. Let's try 6-9, maybe a minor 6. So it's generating more notes and variations, but they're conforming to the key of A minor. Let's try something with a sus feel. Maybe sus4 add 2. That's nice, and let's spread this out. Really nice. Again, things I might not have thought of on my own. Different velocities here. Let's add perfect eighth, an octave. Or we'll go down an octave. Maybe I want this perfect fourth down as well at a quieter velocity. So really interesting to experiment with the different variations and get things that sound good. Nice, gonna bring that down. And then we can lock it to different types of tonalities if we want. Let's try Phrygian, which has different accidentals in the key of A. Nice tension. Interesting tensions. against that A drone underneath. Let's try harmonic minor. Nice. Nice tension note there. So really a lot of creative possibilities using the chord builder tool, especially in conjunction with the scale lock. And of course, we can then humanize as well. So maybe I can go there and bring in the humanizer. And I could humanize the pitches before all this to really generate some interesting creative possibilities. But let's bring this in. And there's the humanizer. And I'm going to put it between the chord builder and the scale lock. Let me tweak some parameters and I'll be right back. All right, so first thing is I've got the chord builder set to minor, and then I've got the humanizer here randomizing some velocities and some note pitches with a 17% chance, and then into the scale lock with this set to lowest note and A Dorian mode, or lower note rather. And then in glaze, I've tweaked some of the parameters to get a bit more of an ethereal sound, and here's what it sounds like. So very interesting and definitely stimulating and creative, pushing me in directions I definitely would not otherwise have gone in. We'll continue with more in the next video.